Story 1. Poisoning at Summer Music Festival in the midst of the crowd. Eu me lembro vividamente daquele verão fatídico, quando fui arrastado para um pesadelo que assombra meus pensamentos até hoje. Era o auge da temporada de festivais de música de verão, e eu estava ansioso para me perder na multidão pulsante e na música ensurdecedora. No entanto, o que eu experimentei naquele festival não foi nada menos que aterrorizante. Enquanto eu me movia pela multidão, absorvendo a energia eletrizante do evento, algo sinistro pairava no ar. O sol escaldante batia impiedosamente sobre nós, enquanto as batidas frenéticas da música ecoavam em meus ouvidos. Foi quando notei algo estranho acontecendo ao meu redor. Pessoas começaram a cair, uma após a outra, em convulsões violentas. Seus rostos contorcidos de dor, olhos arregalados de terror. O pânico se espalhou como fogo, e a multidão se transformou em um mar de caos e desespero. Eu me vi cercado por corpos retorcidos, gemidos de agonia ecoando por todo o lugar. Foi então que percebi o cheiro acre e metálico pairando no ar, um odor que me fez sentir tonturas e náuseas. E então, vi a fonte do horror. Alguém havia envenenado as bebidas, espalhando o caos e a morte entre os festivaleiros inocentes. Eu me vi preso em um pesadelo vivo, lutando para encontrar uma saída daquele inferno. As autoridades chegaram tarde demais, e o dano já estava feito. O festival, que deveria ser um lugar de alegria e celebração, se transformou em um cenário de horror e tragédia. Enquanto eu lutava para sobreviver àquele pesadelo, uma sensação de abandono e desespero me consumia. Eu me perguntava quem poderia ser tão cruel e sádico a ponto de cometer um ato tão hediondo. A escuridão da alma humana se revelou naquele dia, deixando cicatrizes indeléveis em todos nós que testemunhamos a carnificina. No final, a justiça prevaleceu, e o responsável pelo envenenamento foi levado à justiça. Mas as memórias daquele dia assombram-me ainda, lembrando-me da fragilidade da vida e da capacidade do ser humano de cometer atos inimagináveis de maldade. Anonymous Spectator Story. Story 2. Chilling Disappearance at Central Park Carnival. As I wandered through the vibrant chaos of the Central Park Carnival, the air thick with the scent of fried food and echoing with the laughter of children, a sense of unease crept over me. The flickering lights of the carnival rides cast eerie shadows, and the distant screams of thrill-seekers took on a sinister tone in the darkness. I had always been drawn to the energy of street festivals, the pulsating heartbeat of the city coming alive in a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds. But on that fateful night, as I navigated the crowded pathways of the carnival, a chill ran down my spine, a premonition of something sinister lurking beneath the surface. As I passed by a row of fortune-tellers, their crystal balls glowing ominously in the dim light, a figure caught my eye. A young girl, no older than 10, stood alone at the edge of the carnival grounds, her eyes wide with fear. Her pale face was streaked with tears, and her trembling hand clutched a crumpled piece of paper. Intrigued and concerned, I approached her, my heart pounding in my chest. She looked up at me with haunted eyes, and in a voice barely above a whisper, she handed me the paper. It was a crude drawing of a sinister figure, cloaked in shadows, with glowing eyes that seemed to follow me as I studied the sketch. Before I could ask her any questions, the girl suddenly turned and fled into the throngs of people, disappearing into the night like a ghost. A sense of foreboding settled over me, and I knew that I had stumbled upon something dark and dangerous lurking within the carnival's festive facade. Determined to uncover the truth, I followed the girl's trail through the maze of tents and attractions, my footsteps muffled by the cacophony of the carnival. The air grew colder, and a sense of dread gnawed at my insides as I realized that the carnival was not what it seemed. As I rounded a corner, I saw her again, the young girl standing at the entrance of a shadowy alleyway, her eyes wide with terror. Without a word, she pointed a trembling finger into the darkness, where a flickering light illuminated a figure cloaked in darkness, its eyes glowing with malevolence. I froze in horror as the figure turned towards me, its twisted grin sending shivers down my spine. And then, in the blink of an eye, both the girl and the shadowy figure vanished into thin air, leaving behind only a chilling sense of emptiness. I stumbled back, my heart racing, my mind reeling with unanswered questions. Who was the girl? What had she seen? And what malevolent force lurked within the heart of the Central Park Carnival, waiting to claim its next victim? As I stood there, alone in the darkness, a cold wind whispered through the alleyways, carrying with it the echoes of a chilling disappearance that would haunt me forever. Anonymous Spectator Story. Story 3. Tragic Accident at Carnival Plaza. It was a warm summer evening, and the vibrant lights of the Carnival Plaza illuminated the bustling streets. The air was filled with the scent of fried food and the sound of laughter and music. As I navigated through the crowded festival, a sense of unease crept over me, a feeling that something sinister lurked beneath the colorful facade. I found myself drawn to a peculiar attraction at the far end of the plaza. A makeshift stage had been set up, and a group of performers dressed in elaborate costumes danced and twirled to the beat of hypnotic drums. The crowd was mesmerized, their eyes fixed on the spectacle before them. As the performance reached its climax, a young woman emerged from the shadows, her movements graceful yet haunting. She moved with an otherworldly elegance, her face obscured by a mask of shimmering feathers. The crowd gasped in awe, captivated by her presence. But as the music swelled to a crescendo, tragedy struck. The young woman stumbled, her foot catching on a loose floorboard. In an instant, she tumbled from the stage, her body twisting and contorting in a sickening display of gravity's cruel embrace. Pandemonium erupted as screams filled the air. The performers scattered, their colorful costumes now a blur of chaos and fear. I pushed my way through the panicked crowd, my heart pounding in my chest. When I reached the stage, I saw her lying motionless on the ground, her mask shattered and her feathers stained with blood. As the paramedics arrived and the crowd dispersed, a sense of dread settled over me. Who was this mysterious performer, and what had led to her tragic fall? Rumors swirled through the festival, whispers of curses and dark magic haunting the Carnival Plaza. Days passed, and the incident faded from the headlines. But I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the young woman's fall than met the eye. Determined to uncover the truth, I delved into the shadows of the festival, following a trail of secrets and lies that led me to a sinister underworld of greed and deception. And then, one fateful night, I stumbled upon a hidden alcove at the edge of the plaza. There, in the flickering light of a single lantern, I came face to face with the mastermind behind the young woman's tragic accident. A figure cloaked in darkness turned to me, their eyes gleaming with malice. In that moment, I knew the truth. The performer's fall had been no accident. It had been a carefully orchestrated act of vengeance, a twisted plot to silence a voice that dared to speak out against the corruption that festered in the heart of the Carnival Plaza. As the figure lunged towards me, a wave of terror washed over me. But in that moment of fear, a steely resolve took hold. I would not be silenced. I would not be another victim of the Carnival Plaza's dark secrets. And so, with a swift and satisfying blow, I brought the figure to justice, their reign of terror coming to an end in a flurry of chaos and retribution. As I stood amidst the shadows of the plaza, the truth finally revealed. I knew that the Carnival Plaza would never be the same again. Anonymous Spectator Story.